Back once again for the renegade master. 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 Back once again for the renegade master.
Hello my renegades and welcome back. And what are we getting into? We are getting to Love is Blind season 7. We are now on episode 12, Leap of Faith. And we're going back basically to the situation that happened between Marissa and Ramses in the previous episode, wherein Ramses is literally in serious doubts now about getting married to Marissa, and she's trying to cajole him and plead with him basically. And all I'm thinking is love, don't beg, seriously don't beg, because if he's got to this point right now and he's saying that he don't want you, or things have gotten to his mind to change his mind, then that doubt was there from jump basically. So before we get into this episode, as I always ask, please hit that subscribe button, please hit that notification button so when you know when I'm doing videos, please comment, like, share and do all the good things that you do, because I am on the road to 1k. Right, let's talk about this episode. So basically Ramses has spoke to his niece's mother and his brother, and he didn't realize apparently that his ex was hurting as much as she was after they had a divorce. I was like, what does that have to do with the price of bread? Like, seriously, what does that have to do with the situation that's happening between him and Marissa right now, or the experience that he's in? Ain't he in there basically to find someone to marry because that's where he says he is at right now? I don't understand his ex having hurt over the divorce. Okay, she's hurt over the divorce. Anybody would be hurt over a divorce or losing a marriage. How that is then impacting on them now. So basically Ramses is talking about how he's scared of hurting Marissa, and I'm thinking the reasoning that he's giving is ridiculous, like absolutely ridiculous. What Ramses needed to do was be a fucking man and tell Marissa the freaking truth as to why he's now got doubts in regards to him marrying her, when on the last dates he was all in.
What did he say? What did he say?
That's all I can say on that one. So he's basically saying that love alone is not enough. Now we all know that. So with what Ramses is talking about, I'm just not getting it at all. He wasn't being coherent in his words when he was talking to her. All I just kept on thinking is, once he realized this tidbit about his ex, because I'm thinking, well, how would you know about this in terms of the conversations that you had with your family? So were they saying to you that they would prefer you to get back with your ex, or to see if you could try things out with your ex or work things out with her? Is this what's happening? Is this what regurgitating in this man's mind? Because I don't know how you go from literally 100 down to 0. Like, seriously, I don't know. I really don't know. So Marissa's sitting there literally trying to plead with this man and get him to see reason. She wants to marry him so much, but I don't think Ramses is hearing Marissa in the slightest. He is stuck in that selfish phase basically, and it's a case of, I've always followed my feelings and emotions, and they are telling him to move forward. So why is this happening, man? Why, if he's followed his feelings and emotions, and they are telling him right now to move forward with Marissa, then why is he doing this right now? Why now? What is, I'm just confounded, like absolutely confounded. So he's putting past decisions on where he is now in terms of not following what he knows is right for him. So basically Marissa has to pay the price for that hours before the damn wedding. I was just like, at first, is this what you call cold feet? Like, seriously, because is he getting a case of significant cold feet, right? So Marissa had to ask Ramses if he felt like he was making a mistake, as he kept talking about how he has been here before and he doesn't want his emotions to lead him to make a mistake. So he will then say, I did it again. So he responds up to this point, I haven't felt like I've been making a mistake. So what are you gnawing at? For real, what is Ramses gnawing at? If he up to that point has not felt that he's made a mistake with Marissa, then why all of a sudden he now feels like he's making a mistake? It don't make no sense. At this point, Ramses needs to literally just draw a diagram for him getting to the point. Like, seriously, because he was going round in circles and not saying anything. He forgets that he's speaking to a trainee lawyer and what that entails in terms of communication and the way in which people speak and the pattern of their speech and the words that they say and reading between that. You can see Marissa is listening to Ramses carefully. And at this point, as she rightfully said, that Ramses has not given her anything tangible to work with. I said, because he's not making no sense, love. He's not making no sense. There's nothing for you to work with because this man is not making no sense. He's literally talking Scotch mist. It's not there. You can see it, but you can't touch it. That's what that is. See it, but you can't touch it. Anyway, so he says basically it was about Marissa's energy. And he didn't think that their energies could coexist in the same space. At this point, I said, this is wrong of Ramses. Because at the end of the day, Marissa asked him clearly, will her energy be too much for him? And he said no. He knows as well that this was the issue with other guys that she dated, that they loved her face, they loved her body and her playful energy. But then after a moment of time, it became too much for them and she didn't want to have to keep going down that path with them in terms of opening herself up, being emotional and involved with them, and then them leaving her because she's too much for them. Now, this is exactly what Ramses is doing. Ramses is an arsehole for that, for making it about Marissa's energy when he clearly knows it wasn't about Marissa's energy. It lasted this long. He was happy before he spoke to his family members to say that he was going to take the next step with Marissa. So it weren't about Marissa's energy in the slightest, as again, he's manipulating to believe that it's her fault, it's her problem. He hurt her with that. He hurt Marissa with that. And this is why I said Ramses is selfish and self-centered. So Ramses basically really tried to then tell Marissa that it wasn't about her, but you specifically identified that it was her. You told her it was her energy that did not align with yours, and that's why you're having the dates that you're having. He's dense. He's dense. He literally made it about Marissa's whole personality, and that's something that she cannot change. So he wished to dim her light and make it seem like it's a him issue alone, but it's not. Ramses is full of bullshit, like full of bullshit. So basically Ramses told him, you've already made your mind up, haven't you? So I thought, yeah, at this point Marissa just needed to, I know it's hard in that situation to say, bring back her dignity and stop talking to Ramses, because he's literally telling her one thing and meaning another. And you can see that he's literally twisting her mind up in real time when he's doing it as well. So Marissa point blank told him that you shouldn't have come to this experience if you wished for more than 3 weeks that this was not for him. To be honest, the majority of them within this whole experience shouldn't have come. To be honest with you, like really shouldn't have. So Marissa told Ramses that she anticipated that he would feel this way the moment he had conversations with other people, as Ramses tried to play it like he didn't know he was going to feel that way right now. Ramses is a coward. That's all I can say. He's an absolute coward. All she wanted was for someone to be sure about her and choose her. And I'm just like, Ramses at this moment in time needs to stop talking now. So they basically finished with each other. She did end up hugging him, but she literally broke down, like completely broke down. And I just couldn't. I felt all her emotions at that point in time, and she still kept asking him, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? And he said, yes, I'm sorry. And that's what destroys Marissa the most, is the realization that this man don't want her, that this man is not willing to make it work for her, that this man had so many doubts and made it about her energy, made it about her. So then she's gonna internalize that and feel like there's something wrong with me, and walked away from her basically. You literally see Marissa's heart break in real time, and Ramses caused that hurt, like fully caused that hurt, and he needs to own that. So Marissa doesn't understand why he became unsure so fast. And I'm like, me and you both, love. Me and you both. So Ramses talks about how much this hurts him, and again, it's always me, I with this man. Like, how much selfish and self-centered can you be that you literally just sat there, broke this girl's heart, made it about her and her personality, and then as she's literally working through the emotions and trying to process the information that you've just provided to her, you're talking about how much it hurts you. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit at the end of the day? So Ramses has no business getting married at all. I do feel it for Marissa because he broke her. She did end up calling her mum and told her mum what happened. And I thought, oh, Ramses' mama's gonna be gunning for you now, let me tell you. So basically, I just believe that he kind of wrecked her for other people. And I think she will definitely dim some parts of her light now. In terms of when she starts to interact and get romantically involved with others. So the only 2 couples left, Garrett and Tyler, Tyler and Ashley. So, you know, they do their stag do at a basketball game. The girls have kind of like a sleepover party with their girls in some type of warehouse. So Tyler basically is giving this speech, and she says that her and Ashley are strong women, and that if something had come up before that was non-negotiable, they would have walked away. Tyler ends up going, yes, believe that. I says, nah. I said, no. Tyler probably would have, but Ashley wouldn't. Let's just put it this way. Because this crap with Tyler just shows me that this woman would not have walked away, even if the hounds of hell were at her feet. Let's just put it that way. So they talk about, because this is moving so fast, they say they have to give their men a lot of grace. I said, yeah. Lying about 3 babies and not giving them that recognition that they need and defending them when they needed to be defended is giving that man a lot of grace. That is. It really is. Hey ho. We go to Ashley and Tyler's wedding. I already know, even without seeing the spoilers, I knew they were going to get married, because as I said, them two said from get-go they were going to get married, and all Ashley wanted was to have that ring on her finger and say that she had a husband, basically. So man is saying, Tyler's saying that, you know what, he wants to have a baby within a year. And I was like, yeah, about that we shall see. Let's just put it that way. It's quite ironic that Ashley talks about the quality of men and she don't really know Tyler. She says Tyler allows her to be powerful. She says he likes to be this way, but he will be the same way. But will he be the same way in what, 2, 3, 4 years? That's the test of time at the end of the day. But you know what? If it works for them, it works for them. Then you see him crying again. So he didn't invite his dad to the wedding, basically, because he felt that he didn't believe that he'd be able to get emotional in front of his dad. And Ashley is now starting a good relationship with her dad. Like when Ashley's dad walked her down the aisle and they had the beginning talk first before she went to go and meet Tyler. Let's just put it this way, that was awkward. It was hella awkward and kind of weird between them two, because even though her dad got emotional in terms of seeing her the way that she was and explaining that, you know what, things happened between like her mom and how that went down and how apologetic he was and that, you know, he should do more, X, Y, and Z. Ashley didn't even hug that man. Didn't even hug him or give him any type of what you're here now sort of speech, reassure him. Not a bean. I was like, okay, they really are on the outs. They really are on the outs. I don't know why she had him there, to be fair. Like, really don't know why she had him there. So first look, of course, Tyler started crying. Both said I do, no surprise there at all. They jumped the broom, and that's all Ashley wanted, basically, was to have a husband, which is what she said at the end of the bloody wedding when they were on the steps together. I told you she'd turn around and say, I have a husband now. I'm a missus now. I'm a wife. Yeah, because that's all she wanted. She wasn't letting Tyler go, no matter how fucking bad he is, to be fair. So we get to Garrett and Tyler's wedding. We see Tyler's dad basically helping Garrett with he helped Garrett with his bow tie, and they do get on with each other. Her dad is quite funny, to be fair, and they do have a deep conversation with each other as well, and that's what I liked, and that's why I liked the way that they interacted with each other, because then you can see actually they are very accepting of Garrett, and you know that once you've got your family's backing in how they are with you, that's going to be the easy road, to be honest with you, because you've got a lot of support behind you. In comes Garrett's mum and dad. Mum again was a little bit weary in Garrett's decision, and you know, saying how weighted it is because it's happened so fast. And I'm like, don't try changing his mind now, love. Like, seriously, his mum's still talking about how it's hefty, it's and a lofty and the biggest decision. We know this. We know. Yeah, Garrett's chosen this woman because he freaking loves the bones of this woman, and you can see it. Nothing but wild horses were going to keep this man away from Tyler at all. He was going to say I do to that woman. So the funniest thing was, it was the 13th, and Fong and her dad told Tyler the significance of that day is the fact that they got married on the 13th. Tyler and Garrett are now getting married on the 13th. And then when you see Garrett's mum and dad speaking to Garrett as well, they also got married on the 13th. And I was like, well, if that ain't a sign, I don't know what is, to be fair. So with the first look, Garrett smiled so big, and as I said, this man loves her no end at the end of the day. Garrett's words were like from the heart and genuine, and Tyler's words as well, even though they were funny and loving, and of course they both said yes. So that's the end of that episode, and I'll be back in quick succession with the reunion. Yeah. Getting to the end of this season altogether. Let's just put it that way. It was a train wreck, but we got here. As I always ask, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that notification button so you know I'm doing videos. Please comment, like, share, and do all the good things that you do, because I am what? On the road to 1K, people. Peace out.